Not a good car, but the second one, 54 Ford station wagon. That's been the hunting car. 14 years.
Checking my
Sounds
job.
like honey though.
Go stack my pay.
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Jeffers?
Yes.
Marcus?
Yes.
Shackelford?
Yes.
Minkus?
Yes.
Wendy Arnold? Yes. All right, citizens' comments. This time we only had one, which did not pertain to the agenda, so we will move forward on that. Moving to old business. All right, appointment of Ward 3 alderman. I did receive 3 actual requests for appointment. And as I have said before, I wish to get somebody from that particular ward. Unfortunately, of the 3 candidates, I felt that one stuck out the best to do the best for the city. And at this time, I would like to move to make a motion to appoint to the Ward 3 alderman seat until this coming election. It is not for the full term, it is only until this April election. Clint Oldham. Any questions or comments?
So, did you receive, one from Ward?
One from Ward 3 and the other 2 were not.
Okay. So why not Ward 3's candidate?
Because I believe that Mr. Oldham holds the experience, and I think he was the best fit for the city.
I think Clint does a good job. I work with him on P&Z, but I'm like Ed, I really like to see someone from that ward.
And if that's what you guys want to do, I would prefer to go out for other applicants. So it's either Clint or we go out.
Well, how long do we go out for then? I mean, we've already been without alderman in that ward for a month or 2, couple months.
And the election's April, so
We can sit on the seat until April.
that's only till April.
Only until April.
If we go out again, it's gonna be another month or 2 months before we do anything.
What's wrong with the gentleman that was applied for Ward 3?
I don't think he fits what the city needs. There's no experience there. There's no history there. And the history that is there, I don't think would be the best fit for the city.
Clint Oldham on the board as the ward representative.
Okay, we have a motion by Alderman Minkus to place Clint Oldham, Marcus, sorry, to place Clint Oldham onto the Ward 3 Alderman seat until April of 2017. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Alderman Rush Shackelford. Roll call.
Alderman Wendy Arnold,
No.
Minkus,
No.
Shackelford,
Yes.
Marcus,
Yes.
Jeffers,
Abstain for reason that I don't know who the other ones were, and I don't know him, so I'm sorry, I just have to abstain.
Walters,
No.
Rick Arnold.
No.
Okay, so moved. We will hold out until we get someone else.
Madam Chairman, Mike,
Yes.
I didn't know who the other ones were either, so I still voted.
The other one is Mrs. Linda Hahn, and the other one is Mr. Tyler Leader. Mr. Leader is, I believe, 20-something years old. I don't think we put that in there. 25 years old,
That's fine.
no city experience, no political experience. Go ahead.
Neither did Piper.
Neither did Piper, but he ran in the election.
But I didn't either.
You have been with the board, you do have the city experience, you do have the experience on how that it runs. Mr. Leader, I don't think would be a good fit for the city. That's my personal opinion, and that's my appointment. Mr. Oldham, I think that he fits it well. I think that he's stayed out of the limelight. He's non-controversial to some of the issues that we've had within the city, and I think that he would be the best fit for the city through April. So, okay. So we'll move forward. All right, noise ordinance discussion.
When last I spoke with the board, you had requested certain changes be made to the noise ordinance. We're going to discuss it today for presentation at the next meeting. Essentially, what we've done is in the residential zones, we've taken the sound level up to 75 decibels during the day from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. In the evenings, decibel level drops to 65 decibels from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. In the commercial zones, we've raised the decibel level to 80 during the day. 75 is, I believe, is a misprint on your thing, but it's 75 in the evening, with the idea that that would allow commercial areas to continue to operate without unnecessarily hampering their ability to do their job and get their work done. These are the numbers that I had written down. If there's any changes that you would like additionally, we're happy to make them before the next meeting.
Questions or comments? Yes.
The ordinance is fine, I just don't know how, there's nothing, we haven't discussed any way of enforcing it, how it would be enforced. Does someone have to complain about it to somebody before they have to come, or just please drive them down the street with the decibel, or get it, or
It would
whatever?
have to be a complaint.
It has to be, okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All right, anybody, we're good with it, we'll put it on to the next meeting for the reading.
I'd kind of like to see what 75 sounds like myself. I mean, I remember,
For some examples,
I remember Bill Ryan coming in and he said that he worked for MoDOT, and I think we were talking 65 at that time. He said 65 is not, that's why I voted against it. He said it's not really that loud, so I kind of would like to know what I'm voting for or against
On the decibel.
on the decibels.
So you know if it breaks your eardrums or not.
Well, whether I, am just being a crabby old man, or if I've got a legitimate complaint.
so we'll look at possibly setting up a date and a time with the decibel reader for everyone to,
And you're still on the phone? Can we do it Saturday for kids?
I mean, he might have something where he can just,
Well, I mean, yeah, I can find out. I was just pulling up some examples on what makes 75 decibels.
that would be be good enough for me. I mean,
Sometimes they compare it to lawnmowers or jet planes. I guess things are gonna be louder than other people
Right.
than I'm hearing, but see what old Google says.
Get back up on the decibels. All right, let's move on to the Halloween party funding. Alderman Walters.
Well, the last time we started talking about funds for the party, however, Officer Moutre there, he's got a check for, or he has cash, and he's planning on buying hot dogs, the buns and all that stuff.
It's not my cash, it's donated to us.
Yeah.
I wish I was that generous, but
So anyway, we probably need soda for the event, and of course, we're gonna give out candy. I myself am buying my own candy, but if the officers are going to give out candy, now we'll have to purchase candy for them, so I'd like to see us have funds available if needed out of the park and recreation or something like that. So, up to $1,000? Well, up to $500.
we
I
got
mean,
to cover that.
Does the board go by us? Or do it, I mean, either way, I thought, are we gonna do it by the city?
I thought about the board too.
That's fine.
Discussion, how they, what we gonna do?
Well, I've got $600 worth of candy in my truck.
Yeah.
And it don't go far, does it?
I don't know, we're gonna find out. How many kids show up?
And the paperwork's all been sent over?
The paperwork's all been sent over to the elementary.
Yes, I took it over to the, it was approved by Dr. somebody over at the Board of Education, and they called and said if I brought the flyers over, they would send them out for us, kindergarten through third grade.
And the city didn't pay for the flyers either, so.
Yeah.
I think we ought to do it on our own without using city funds.
Okay.
We bought candy, and I know Steve said he got $600 worth, we bought a couple of them. So what do you suggest, we buy sodas and hot dogs? Hot dogs, we get a lot of.
Well,
We already got that.
he has hot
Oh,
dogs.
Donated funds.
What are you guys gonna do for the police
This-
department?
We're gonna purchase.
Are you gonna do the hot dogs or
We're
something?
gonna do the hot dogs, and we can do the sodas and buns, and Mobile's gonna
That's
donate
good.
condiments,
Okay.
and then we can do candy. We're just gonna have to have enough candy, because we're also passing some on Halloween night too, so, wherever's left over.
I think we're good, I mean, for the majority of it's covered.
So, well, hopefully we do run out. I hope it's that big turnout.
So
that,
each alderman gonna give Steve $100 or what?
That's up to each alderman, otherwise I'm giving out $600 worth of candy.
I gave money already. I'll take a third of that.
So everybody just get with Steve on what you guys wanna reimburse him for,
Okay.
which candy you want.
Yeah, I got the bill right here, so.
Okay.
Great, anything else on that?
So
it's from-
soda and everything,
So 2 to 4,
2 to
4 starts down in the park.
no, actually, it's gonna
City
be,
Hall to the park.
no,
No.
it's gonna be from, we're gonna keep the street open on Joachim out Main Street, correct?
Correct.
So it's gonna start at the city's property down here, across from the old firehouse, and from there down to City Hall. So, like McDonald's property over here next to Mr. Swan's parking lot, even though they have posted no parking signs on their property, they said residents could park there. And we also have Phil Billy's property as well as then the whole park. So, and the police department.
For the trunk or treat.
We're going to parking lot.
On the
Here
parking
at City
lot.
Hall.
Okay.
Yes. No, this
We're gonna block off where the bike racks are at.
Yeah.
I'm blocking the building and then everything north of there, I guess.
All right.
This way.
Because the police department, people need to be able to get to the police department, so it should be from like straight out here that way.
But you're not gonna let the other people, the citizens, you won't have a room with the citizens park.
No,
No, they'll be walking.
Yeah, I mean, if people bring their kids down, they won't be able to
Right.
park up here.
Anything else on that? No? All right.
I think we're having another meeting tomorrow at 2:00.
2.
Right.
All right, liability, workman's compensation, insurance.
As everyone knows, we went out for a request for quote for qualifications for insurance for our property, liability, fleet, that sort of thing. We got some very highly qualified bidders. We got the list narrowed down to just a very small number of bidders now. And probably by next meeting, we'll have that bidder announced and some action by the board by the time we come back for the next meeting.
Any questions? No? All right. Captain Nutri, IT guy, requests requisition form.
Do we have any questions over this?
Basic annual renewal of the ITI program. Normally, it's entered into the budget as a renewal item, but this year it was not, it was lumped in, so that's the only reason we have a requisition for it. Normally, it's automatic renewal through budget. Yes, sir.
I talked to you about it. I have one question as to we've been going with this one for 15 years.
Close to it, yes.
Have you ever looked at anything other than this, or
No.
are there other things out there that
There's other programs out there. Herculaneum tried it for a while. One called LE Web. Informational Technologies is supplying the nerve centers of police departments in just about the entire Jefferson County area, and they're also all linked together with each other, so we can pull data from Festus, Crystal City, DeSoto, and 30 other agencies down the eastern side of Missouri. So, as far as more bang for your buck, this is about as best as it's going to get.
Any other questions? Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Make a motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Alderman Walters, seconded by Alderman Rick Arnold. Roll call.
Alderman Rick Arnold.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Jeffers.
yes,
Marcus.
Yes.
Shackelford.
Yes.
Minkus.
Yes.
Wendy Arnold.
Yes.
So moved.
Ms.
All
Mayor?
right, September accounts payable report.
I talked to Mr. Jeffers today about ITI, and I wanted to extend the offer to the rest of the board. If you want to come in and see, we can give you a brief demonstration of what this program actually does, if you want to know what you're voting on. Just get a hold of me, come in, and we lay it out for you.
All right, September accounts payable report. Any questions? No?
page 6, bidder number 2111, check 1276. Got a guy's name, got payment and utilities, and I did not know what that, you paying someone personally for utilities, or?
And that's the payment through the bank, correct, for all Eichenberg?
No, actually, we had lightning strike one of our well houses. The extension damage, it actually burned the meter base right off the side of the building. There was damage to the siding. There was a lot of work that had to go to get that pump back online. It was an emergency repair.
Totally repair and not utility. Okay.
Anybody else? All right, court report. Okay. Alderman Jeffers, comments?
Again, just thank you all for coming. Thank you all for your input. I just appreciate everything that you do for us, so thank you.
Alderman Marcus?
Just two things. The attorney wrote up the resolution for the prescription drug monitoring. There's a couple of changes. We got to work out everything else too, but we're going to bring it up next meeting. It's a resolution. There's non-binding or anything else, no money cost to us, and just let everyone know it's gonna be coming up. And he's got some other information he's going to give to us on that aspect, so we're all educated on it, everything else too. We're the only state that doesn't do this, so it's kind of either everybody else is wrong, or we're right, or they're all right and we're wrong, or whatever, so. Just let you know there. Also too is, I would like to have a conversation about taking the streets at Hunter's Glen, Bushburg, and Southern Heights, getting them under our control, the city's control, so we got better control on what's going on there and everything else too. Because right now, if you place signs up there and everything else, the police can only do certain things over there, but if we got control of the streets, you know, then we can do more things over there. So just like to put that on a workshop and get that taken care of. That's it, thank you.
Alderman Walters?
I have a comment. At the last meeting, we had 3 city employees retire with multiple years of service to the city and its citizens. And I thought it was a shame that alderman spouses couldn't even take the opportunity to stand and applaud for the employees. I mean, you know, it's a shame. That's all I can say about this, because they put a lot of years into service and couldn't even give them a round of applause or stand up for the cause. So, thank you.
Alderman Shackelford?
Yeah, I'd like to thank whoever got all the weeds and the trees down right along Dempsey. I've asked about it a few times. And also, I'd like to put on a workshop, maybe building some sort of cover for the smokers of the employees for the city. That's it.
Alderman Mingus?
Nothing.
Alderman Rick Arnold?
I have nothing.
Alderman Wendy Arnold?
Nothing.
Captain Madrid?
Just in light of the Halloween party we have on the 22nd, on Halloween night, the police department's also going to have a tent out front, passing out candy with some of the officers. So if you want to come by and meet some of our newer guys and bring the kiddos and get some candy, you're more than welcome. We encourage it. So it'll be out front on the parking lot, but if not, it'll be inside the PD lobby.
Mr. Brown? All right, and myself. Listening to a couple other communities, they're doing what's called the next door neighbor program. It's kind of like an online type thing. I'm gonna get a little bit more information about it, but it seems to be pretty interesting for residents to get to know their neighbors and things that go on their streets, and it's just kind of like a communication line for the residents, you know, with other residents, to know what's going on in town. And it also can help be sponsored by the police department and the city itself too, to where the workers can go out there and express something that may be going on with the water main break over the weekend. It's an information line also, just for the public. So I'm going to bring in some more information for that, hopefully to the workshop once I get it all, but it looks like a pretty good thing. So other than that, there's nothing else. I'm going to motion to.
Just one thing is, when the next work session, if we talk about streets, it's possible to have Kenny there, so for questions or.
Let them all hear. And one other thing, we will, Mrs. Arnold is going to try to get the Bright Futures to workshop for Monday night too, so hopefully they can make a presentation to us for what's going on at Dunklin, also to help us with stuff for our citizens and students. So other than that, I will entertain a motion to go into adjourn.
Adjourn. I was gonna say not.
Alderman Walters, second.
I'll second.
Alderman Rick Arnold, all in favor? Opposed? So moved. Have a good evening.
See you later.
Aren't you glad though? Aren't you kind of glad?